Morning everyone, hope you're all well. So it's Wednesday today, so we've got an arithmetic lesson. To finish off your Best in the Business bonus question, I received another problem from Miss Quimby on Saturday. I think Miss Quimby just likes to send them to me because she knows I get stressed out when I can't work them out. Anyway, Miss Quimby had to give me quite a bit of help to complete it. It's extremely hard, so if anyone can crack it, I'll be really, really impressed. Okay, so as I said before, it's an arithmetic lesson today. Before we get onto that, we've got a starter using a Venn diagram, this time with 3 sections. So press pause to crack it on your own. If not, I'm going to go for it. Okay, so you've got numbers that are multiples of 7, so numbers in the 7 times table, odd numbers and prime numbers. So let's start with 27. Is 27 a multiple 7? No. Is it an odd number? Yes. Is it a prime number? No. So we're going to put it over here. 49, multiple 7? Yep. Odd number? Yep. Prime number? Nope. So it's going to go this section here with the multiples of 7 and the odd numbers. 15, multiple 7? Nope. Odd number? Yep. Prime number? Nope. So again, that's just going to go in the odd numbers section. 19, multiple 7? Nope. Odd number? Yes. Prime number? Yes. 2, prime number? Yes. Multiple 7? No. Odd number? No. So it's going to go here. And 7, multiple 7? Yep. Odd number? Yep. Prime number? Yep. So it's going to go in the middle. Okay, so next Venn diagram, factors of 128. So numbers that go into 128. 28. Square numbers and cube numbers. So let's go for 49. Is it a factor of 128? No. Is it a square number? Yes, it is. 7 times 7 is 49. Cube number? No. So it's going to go over here. 36. Factor of 128. I don't think it is. No. If I doubled it, 72, double it again, 100. Nope, it's not going to fit in. Square number? Yes, it is. Cube number? No, it's not. So it's going to go over here as well. 27, factor of 128. No. Square number? No. Cube number? Yes. 3 times 3 times 3. 7, factor of 128. Think about this. No. Square number? No. Cube number? No. We'll leave that on the outside. 8, factor of 128. Well, no, it goes into 120 because 80 and 40. I know it goes into 80, I don't know it goes into 40. And add those together, they make 120, and then add 8. Yes, it is. Is it a square number? No, it's not. Is it a cube number? Yes, it is. 2 times 2 times 2. And 64, factor of 128. Yep, double 64 is 128. Square number? Yes. 8 times 8 is 64. And cube number? Yes, 4 cubed. 4 times 4 times 4 makes 64. Okay, your learning intention for today. Can I quickly and accurately solve arithmetic problems? I know I say it every week, but I'm going to say it again anyway. Lots of the arithmetic questions you'll know how to do, but it's whether you can do them quickly and, more important, accurately. And can I multiply and divide numbers by 10, 100 and 1,000? So I'm going to do a quick input on dividing numbers by 10, 100 and 1,000. Okay, so we're going to start off nice and simple with 2 times 10. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put my 2 into my ones column because that's what it represents. So what actually happens to a number when you multiply it by 10? Well, when you first get into grips with maths, you might just think that you just put a 0 on the end. But what's really important that you know is when you multiply it by 10, it actually moves over a column. Okay, it goes over into the tens, and then a 0 goes in its place as a placeholder. So 2 times 10 equals 20. Let's have a look at this next one. What's 3 times 100? Well, when you multiply a number by 100, it actually moves over 2 places. So it goes into the hundreds column and you have 2 zeros. So it's really important that you understand that concept of how it moves around, especially when you're multiplying and dividing by 10, 100 and 1,000 and it's a decimal number, because it won't work just to put that 0 on the end. Okay, so let's have a look at this next one, which is 41 times 10. So again, we're going to put our 4 in our tens column, our 1 in our ones column, and when you multiply by 10, the whole number moves over. So the 4 goes into the hundreds, the 1 goes into the tens, and you need the 0 as a placeholder. So we know it's 410. Now let's have a look at this next one, which is 4.1 times 1,000. So I'm going to put my 4 in my 1, my 4 in my ones column, and my 1 in my tenths. So when you multiply a number by 1,000, it moves over 3 places. So you can count it with me. 1, 2, 3. And this one is obviously going to go 1, 2, 3. You know it's right next to it. And then you can need 2 zeros there as placeholders. Okay, let's have a look at this next one. 76 divided by 10. So let's put our 7 in our tens and our 6 in our ones. And when you divide a number by 10, it moves 1 place to the right. So the 6 will go into the tenths and the 7 will go into the ones to make 7.6. And the next question says 7.6 divided by 100. So when you divide a number by 100, it moves over 1, 2 places. Let's move over 1, 2. Then we need our 0 as our place. 0.076. Okay, so here's your arithmetic questions for today. Press pause to crack on. Right, so I'm going to start rubbing out the answers. Oh, it should come up here already. And here's your next lot of questions. Press pause to do it on your own. Lots of multiplying and dividing by 10 because that's what we worked on at the start. So lots of missing number problems where you've got to use the inverse operation. Remember last week we did a lot of work on that. This one here you could turn into a mixed number, which would be 1 and 6/15. Last lot of questions. That could be 2 2/3 if you simplified it. One and 5/14, so you could have had 1 and 10/28 if you'd not simplified that one. Okay, so here is the ridiculously hard question which Miss Quimby sent me on Saturday for the Best in the Business bonus question. Now, I'm going to give you some top tips. I needed some top tips to solve it. I don't mind admitting that. But if you want to have a go on your own first, and then I'll give you some top tips after. So have a go at your own. Press pause. Right, if your answer was 25, unfortunately you are wrong. So I'm going to go on and give you some top tips before you have another go. So here's my top tips. Look at the number of dots on the caterpillar. Look at the flower on the caterpillar's head. And look at the time on the clock. Right, so let's have a look at this. 21 divided by 3, these are all the same, is 7. So we know each of these comes to 7. So we know this caterpillar here is 7 because it counts the same as this caterpillar up here. It's exactly the same. And 19 take away 7 makes 12. So these two have got to be 6 each. We know this is all the same. So this has got to be 7. This is 6. 7 add 6 is 13. The flower's got to be 2. Ooh, it's a bit of a dodgy 2, but we'll live with that. Right, we know the flower's 2. Now have a look at the flower on the caterpillar's head is 2. Okay, so therefore the caterpillar's got to be 5. Look at how many dots are there on the caterpillar. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the number of dots on the caterpillar means what the caterpillar is worth. So we've got 5 and 2, so these are 7. Now the clock says 6. As I said at the bottom of my top tip, look at the time on the clock. This clock over here says 5. Also, there's 2 flowers here, but no flower on the caterpillar's head. But the caterpillar has 6 dots. Are you confused? I hope not too confused now I'm explaining it, but it's extremely hard. So the dots on the caterpillar here are 6 compared to the ones on here, which are 5, which means this, but there's no flower. So this caterpillar is worth 6. We know the flower's worth 2, but there's actually 2 flowers. So this flower's 4. This clock is 6, but it says 6 on the clock. This clock is 5, so it's going to be 5. So what we've got to do is 4 times 5, which is 20, and add 6. The answer is 26. If you didn't get that, don't worry. You'll never get a question like this in a test at primary school. It's very, very hard indeed. As I said, I had millions of goes. Had to ask Miss Quimby for help. It's getting a bit stressed out. So don't worry about it if you didn't. It's just a bit of fun. Right, so I'll be very, very interested to know if anyone did manage to crack that problem at the end. If you didn't, as I said, really don't worry about it. It was extremely, extremely hard. So I'll post my next lesson on Thursday, which will be a lesson for Friday. So apart from that, stay safe, be good for your parents, and I'll catch you then.